I'm back!
Give me your wig. Give me your wigs. You don't know what to do with it. Give me your
I know that I've probably done it so many times before, but I need to continue to refer to myself as Miss Frizzle because it's time for y'all to fasten your seatbelts. Seatbelts, everyone, get inside the Magic School Bus. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but before we get into it, I want to make sure that you go into patreon.com/AdrianExpression. There's some voting going on over there by the topics that I'll be discussing on Thursday and on the upcoming Monday. So make sure you go over there, put your 2 cents in, sign up, support, get extra content, get into it. So let's talk about some cute things that are happening. First, Megan Thee Stallion. I saw that you signed a deal with Roc Nation. I said this on Twitter. I'm happy for sis. I'm happy that she's grinding hard and ascending, and she's gonna get the budget. She's gonna get the access that she so clearly desires. And I also said that Roc Nation, these are the only types of deals that your ass needs to be signing. Okay, Mr. Roc Nation, put your feet down, plant your feet in the music business, help these artists, help the ones that are still signed on your label, and just stay in that area. Please, I don't know what this whole NFL type shit is going on, but these are the only types of deals, and we love to see it, that Roc Nation should be so heavily invested in and signing, okay? We also have Angelica Ross, most well known from Pose. This is coming from Deadline. She is going to be hosting an LGBTQ forum for the presidential candidates. Confirmed, this is from Deadline, confirmed to be participating are Joe Biden, Cory Booker, Pete Buttigieg, Julian Castro, Tulsi Gabbard, Kamala Harris, and Miss Amy, I'm not even gonna pronounce her last name, Joe somebody, and Elizabeth Warren, Marianne Williamson. She's gonna be up there talking about pixie dust and fairies. The forum is presented by GLAAD, One Iowa, The Gazette, and The Advocate, and will be live streamed from Cole College's Sinclair Auditorium in Cedar Rapids, Iowa on September 20th at 7 p.m. So we love to see it. Angelica remains booked and busy. Sis, you need to go ahead and teach a seminar on how to get that bag, sis, because that seems to be your forte. Very much bad bitch businesswoman type of tease. You see what I'm saying? That's an alliteration for your ass. Bad bitch businesswoman, booked and busy, schedule booked. Sis, if you try to meet up with Angelica Ross for dinner, sis is booked. Just keep it. She's too busy for your lazy ass. She has too many community events going on. She has too many honorariums to collect. We love to see it. Now, this Birds of Prey poster came out of nowhere, and it's everything to me. Now, Suicide Squad was okay. There were a lot of flaws in it, even though visually it was amazing. I love the branding around it. So I'm hoping for something even better for Birds of Prey. So if you don't know the premise of this movie, it's like 4 years after that whole Suicide Squad thing went on. Batman ass has disappeared, so crime is all over the place. Harley Quinn ain't fucking with the Joker anymore. So her, Cassandra Cain, the Huntress, Black Canary, all of them are meeting up to fight against the Black Mask. That's a very overarching view of what's going on. So I'm very excited. Hopefully, I mean, that's just girl power. Harley Quinn was, she steals the show anytime that she steps on the screen. So I'm ready to see it. And since we're over here talking about birds, Kaya, I'm not gonna spend too much time on you, sus. I just wanted to point this out really quickly.
Let's talk about the order.
Temporarily suspended due to non-payment.
My line suspended? Oh, that's why y'all can't call.
Yes, if you didn't hear what just happened, gag order, let's talk about the order. Sis was over here trying to have people call in, but her line was suspended because of lack of payment. So it would help if you weren't such an evil ass, transphobic, homophobic spirit. I don't really watch anything that you do, anything that you say, honestly, because of that mean ass, ugly ass spirit. Gotta step away from those energies. But that clip was posted all over social media. Get the transphobic out of your spirit, get the homophobia out of your spirit. Just like that phone company was about to get you out of their network. And we're still on the topic of birds, so I would like to hear what you guys think about this whole Candace Owens situation. She was recently on this Revolt, I think, panel surrounded by T.I, Killer Mike, all these people. And of course she got dragged. It's not surprising the things that she went up there to say, and it's also not shocking that she ended up getting roasted and toasted on that stage. But my thing is, like, why do y'all continue to give people like Candace even any type of acknowledgement or a platform within the community? There's some people who say, oh, you need to look at the other side, but I'm just like, if the other side is filled with spikes, poison, the destruction of our community, and lies, you don't have to exalt that shit. You have to, I'm not putting her ass on no type of panel. With Candace Owens, it's just the attention that she gets is her fuel. It doesn't matter if you drag her or not. It's the attention that she gets. I think that Candace Owens is an easy ass slam dunk for y'all, and it's just, let's get her ass up there so we can shit on her. And it's fun to watch, I'm not lying, because T.I was like, what era was it when America was great for black people? She didn't have an answer for that. So that's really fun to watch, of course, but it seems so simple and easy to do. Like, instead of giving these idiots a platform, I just think we should be doing more nuanced work that is more difficult. It's easy to slam dunk on Candace, but it's harder to hold your boys accountable for the misogyny that they participate in and promote. It's easy to slam dunk on Candace, but it is harder to have a conversation about the black LGBT within the black community. You see what I'm saying? So let Candace do what the fuck she doing. No matter how many times we slam dunk on her ass, she's still gonna be saying some bullshit. Let's continue, let's do the work that is more nuanced. That's what I think. What do y'all think about that? Shaun King's wife went up there. I'm not gonna talk about her for too long, but she was just like, oh my God, my husband, y'all are mad at my husband. Girl, we're mad at the repeated, credible questions and concerns into the finances, into the handling of some of these programs. That's all we're mad about. Shaun King ended up handing his Twitter account over to his wife, and hours and hours of just tweeting. Like, girl, you don't have to do all that shit. Just show the receipts and sit your ass down. Why are you mad? And this one tweet in particular was interesting because our whole point was saying, sis, the projects that he's starting don't make no goddamn sense. He ain't handling it correctly. And here she is literally saying what we're talking about. Shaun so badly wants to make the world a better place that he used to start projects he could never actually have the capacity to manage, adding to my strain. And she was talking about his ass as absent as a husband and shit. It's just like, okay, girl, so you're saying what we're saying is that he's incompetent and fucking up not only his life, your life, other people's lives, silencing black women. You're saying the same shit that we are. Sit your ass down. Like, what is the whole point of this? Taking over his Twitter account. The man couldn't even stand in his shit. He's taking over his Twitter account to spew all this. Like, I don't know if you think you Coretta Scott King, but you're Ray King, okay? That's how you pronounce your name. Sit it down. So I wanted to end this video with what's going on into Pay World. What's going on the cheating Cheetos chessboard. You see what I'm saying? Actually, it's so much garbage that I don't even know where to begin. Now, if some of this sounds similar to what Rachel Maddow was saying, it's because I was literally watching her last night breaking it down. It was really helpful. So specifically with taxes, a month ago, apparently, there was a whistleblower. There's a lot of whistleblower things going on in the government. There was a whistleblower saying, hey, how the IRS is handling President Trump's tax audits is really fucked up and weird. But that ended up just going into the wind. But even now, state attorneys in New York they have subpoenaed like 8 years worth of Trump's taxes in their investigation on whether or not some of this hush money that he paid Stormy Daniels, that he paid these other people, whether or not that process broke state law. So that's already going on. Then you had another recent whistleblower thing happening within the intelligence community. So what happens is you want to make sure that there's a channel, there's a way for people within the intelligence community to bring up issues of misconduct, to bring up issues of illegal activity, potential illegal activity to the higher ups without them being put at risk, right? So that's what happened within the intelligence community. So this report went from a whistleblower, someone who is concerned about what's going on, to the Inspector General of the intelligence community. And in order for this process to continue, it has to meet a statute. The concerns have to be credible and they have to be urgent. The Inspector General did an investigation and found that the concerns were credible and they were urgent, and they're presumably about the President of the United States or, the White House. So the Inspector General did as he was supposed to do. He passed it on to the acting director of national intelligence, Joseph McGuire. But guess what? That acting director was appointed by Trump, and what is supposed to happen is nobody's supposed to have a choice. I think it's within 7 days. Director of National Intelligence is supposed to pass that information, pass that report on, whether they comment on it or not. They're supposed to pass that report on to the corresponding House committee. So that's House Intelligence Committee. So they ended up doing all types of subpoenas because the acting director is not passing this information on. So they're just like, obviously he has to do something with the White House and the president says, just pass this shit over. They're covering it up, and he's literally he's going against law. He's defying the law, this acting director, by not passing that information on to the House of Representatives, to the House committees. Now, I wonder how much deep shit we would have been in had the Democrats not have control over the House of Representatives. All of this misconduct, all of these whistleblowers, all this information would be coming up, but these corrupt ass Republicans would have controlled so much of the government, this shit would not have been investigated. People would have known, but these Republicans would be trying to cover that shit up. Because you have Democrats controlling the House, they can be like, no, if this information is coming out, you need to bring it to Congress. And the acting director is just not doing that shit. So it's just one of the many scandals that are going on within this presidency, and to look at this administration and to be like, Democrats are just mad that you lost. Okay, girl, it's a lot of fucking corruption going on, and I'm wondering how it's going to be erased even after Trump has left the office, because he has installed so many people. Even Brett Kavanaugh, oh my gosh, there was a new allegation coming out about him. There was also another letter days before he was appointed, I guess it was just fucking ignored, urging the FBI to speak to certain witnesses involving this whole Brett Kavanaugh situation, and the FBI just didn't, they're just not doing it. So it's just misconduct after misconduct, scandal after scandal with this administration, and I cannot urge you all enough. Like, educate yourselves about these candidates who are coming up. I want you all to make informed decisions. I want us to be active, of course, if we can. There's a lot of voter suppression that's going to be going on. All I'm saying is do your very best to be involved in this process, because it's going to end up affecting your ass. Like, it just is. I'm done rambling. Please make sure that you're going to patreon.com/AsianExpression and supporting. And on that note, hopefully we can get a volunteer to go to Trump's toupee and shake that dandruff and dust out of it, so that we can all have some semblance of a good goddamn evening.